and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Change the mic in your face. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. I'm trying to do it.
Allen now on first down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Tanner Muse. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long.
Mike 22, Mike 22. I'm coming.
Sony Michel, his first carry. He won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Shot! 180! Shot! 180!
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now it's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
This time, Jackson will throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So quite a turn of events right there.
Indeed it is. I mean, they thought the worst that could happen was they'd get a field goal attempt to break the tie. Instead, interception, long return, and now the other guys have a great shot to go ahead.
Guys still trying to run it. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Defense, focus. Check 31, check 31.
On the ground, Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They run with Geis, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
There's nothing. We got him.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson flushed out right. His throw incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 99. Check 99.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, yeah!
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Motion, check. Shift. Mike, 30.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Mike, 22.
Round 80.
Mike. Bandit. Check 24.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down to the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. It's John Hightower. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Can I shot? 58, Mike. All day, dog.
Operating from the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because receivers can't run fast enough because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now a throw secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Mike, alert! Watch the curl, watch the curls. 35's the Mike. It's coming this way, coming this way. Gun. Here we go. Mike 35, Mike 35. Woo-hoo! 35's the Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is the tight end, Njoku. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, we got Mike 10. Middle. Mike 10. No chance. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Taken from just outside the 30. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we do?
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Horn. 53. Check 53. Go, go, go. What's that? You.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside kill. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Come on, take that.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Sit out. 53. Identity. Finish it out. Finish it out.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, helped scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Mike, 5 wide. Watch the curl. 35's the Mike. Man out.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Mike, 35. Stay with your man. 35's the Mike. Danny.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Check nickel.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Here we go.
11 yards there, first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, Allen to the right side and complete to Hurst. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bbad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
35's the Mike. Let's go.
It's Geis on the counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Come on, QB, come on. Bang.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. To Michelle on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Butker's kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. Man open left side as well. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And he knocks it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble
take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
To throw on third down, Allen. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Check. Half 10. Hey, check 24.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
No problem.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Check 13. Check 13.
Out of the game, Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Wants to run. They're running it. Mike 35. Mike 35. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Operating from the gun. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is, he'll figure it out. There's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. 35's the mark.
From the gun, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Watch the slant.
On play action, Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hold on. 58's the mic. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set it. Wide. Get wide.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
In order to lead in the game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds and maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Mike 33, 19, alert! Hey, they're scared. 35's the mic. I got him.
Operating from the gun. Allen, and the ball is out. Michelle lost it, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body, squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's it, baby. That's it.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, defense.
Now they'll run it on the taunt.
Quick dad.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and it was loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Rushing to Christian Kirk. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Mike 10, Mike 10. Hey, pick your game up. 10's the mic. 10's the mic.
From the gun, Allen. He completes this to Sutton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Middle. Out. Mike 10. Half. Brilliant. 10's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Allen. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
56. Go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go.
On play action, Allen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. As he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Hey, report.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Watch the shot. Hey, watch the shot. 13.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
Then on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Already. 53 is the mic.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He makes a good run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try and run for it. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up that yardage.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
Well,